Hey friends, welcome to Hot Take Tuesday, Lessons in Tarot, where the tea is hot, the takes are spicier, and the tarot, well honey, it's got layers. Each week we're diving into classic tarot interpretation, the stuff you'll find in your average little white booklet, and then we're flipping the script. I'm giving you my personal take, deeper, rawer, and definitely a little more introspective. Because let's be real, tarot isn't about fortune telling. It's about soul searching, shadow facing, maybe finding and realizing and fixing a few uncomfortable truths along the way. So let's grab our decks, grab our tea, and get ready, because we're pulling cards, calling out illusions. Let's get to it. See you soon. Hey friends, for this week's lesson in tarot, we are reviewing the Four of Wands. The normal Four of Wands, general interpretation that you'll find is of relationships, marriage, higher commitment, that type of thing, which is great. Everybody has their own interpretation. I tend to think of it more of a foundation of a connection, a relationship, whether it's platonic, familial, love, business, doesn't matter. It's whatever is going on in the reading. With tarot, the surrounding cards before and after will help determine where the card meaning lays. Okay, so with the Four of Wands, for me, each wand represents a suit. Okay, so the first wand, I always think of it as swords. Right? When you first meet somebody or working on a connection, again, regardless of the type of relationship, you're working on your truth, your communication, your clarity, your comprehension. Okay? Similar to dating, building a business relationship, that type of thing. The next two tend to go hand in hand, or can be switched for me. That is, I tend to go personally emotions. I'm a Pisces, so that's generally how it rolls for me. Is cups, being emotionally available, maturity, empathic, understanding, and then pentacles, the stability. Not only for themselves, but being stable for their future, for any future relationship, regardless of the relationship. What does their past connections look like? Not necessarily relationships, because it takes two for that, but how do they handle family? How do they handle friends? Do they have long-term friends? That type of thing. But I guess that would go under emotions. But the stability financially, do they have their own home? Do they have a long career? Are they able to work with that? Obviously, we all have issues or rebuilding and that type of thing. It's that communication that comes in that you work towards, right? The last one is the wants, the passion, the drive. Are you willing? Not only is the chemistry important, the passion, but are willing to fight for each other's goals, but your goals together. And then fight for the other person when they're not there. That is really important. So as you're building those foundations, it's like the foundation of a house, the basement, you know, you get those, as you build those blocks and you put them together and you build that foundation, all you have is to go up, okay? You build that rock solid. Whatever comes your way, you have each other's back. You're solid. Because you've built that already. That's what you need to focus on. That is how I interpret it. So if you're able to build this and you get this card, and you can work towards that, I think that is fantastic. So that is my interpretation. That is what I tell anybody that receives it. I actually rarely receive this card. That might be why, because it is a deep one for me. But I feel that it's important. There's actually a few cards that I don't get very often, but I'll review them as we go on. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments, if you have any cards you'd like me to review as we move on. And I hope to see you next week. Thanks. Love, peace, I'm out.